Okay. So let's start with excommunicating this cube. And let's add, I'm going to show off a little add-on that I found. Let's add a landscape.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's make this landscape a lake.
What the heck?
Like, we'll use that one. Okay.
Sorcery.
So first, what you're going to want to do is select your, let's hide this other one. Okay. So you select your plane and you're going to go into texture paint. We are going to go for a weight paint. And so we're just going to, draw some circles here. This is like the nice hot part that we want the grass to grow in.
So I don't have grass growing underwater?
Yeah, pretty much. And now that that's done, easy peasy. Let's add. I'm not very good at making grass, but I can make a really shitty tree real quick. Okay. So let's take all this, Control J, make it one object. Now we're going to come back into here and we're going to give it a particle system. So we're going to come into here, into this little tab, and rename it, Treece. And then you'll notice there's only one little ball. We don't want that. We want all of them. So we have to destroy the animation so that all of them appear at once. Decrease the size to maybe like 100, maybe a little less than that. And those are balls, not trees. So let's go to here, render as object, and then select our tree, and boom, now we got our trees. But they're all over the place. They're not aimed right, and they're half in the ground. So you're gonna come over to your tree, select the very bottom of it, snap cursor, set origin to 3D cursor, boom, now all of our trees are gonna be on the top, but kind of just like lay on the ground, and they look lame and tired.
Deforestation has destroyed this land.
Yeah, it's just really a mess. So under rotation, we're gonna turn that on and set it to object X, and now they're all nice and perky. Then they're still all over the place. So we're gonna go down to Vortex Groups and set our density to the group. And now, if we add more, it'll stick to the places that I've set it to stick to. And bada bing, bada boom, you got your trees. They still intersect, so that's why it's better to use a blue noise particle system, which is another add-on that one you have to actually download off of GitHub. But it just makes sure that they don't intersect as much, and the randomness is a bit nicer. But for like far away shots, it doesn't really matter. You still get your spacing out. And that's how you can like really quickly and dirtily make sure that trees or buildings or something like that are only where you need them to be.
That's freaking cool. Nice.
Wicked.
I noticed there's a grid option
For
next to the blue noise. What does that do?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
I just that's a grid.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you could like assign grids, so like.
Yeah, no, then it's already like it's already
cool.
got segments.
That is really cool.
Just be that's a default item, I think.
It's right next to the monkey head.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah.
Nice and dirty.
Yeah, I like it. That's really cool. That's extremely useful. I was thinking like that, something like that would work for Andrew's city. Like you said, the problem is the intersection.
Yeah.
Ways to I don't know. Maybe like you said, maybe it doesn't matter for some of the I don't know.
I mean, the further away you get, like the less it really matters. I know there are force fields, so if you come into here, you can set them to like not want to interact with one another. but then
just
you have to turn
wondering-
it into like a dynamic animation, and then you won't be able to like have an animation in it, but you can have a single frame.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to just basically. It's annoying about this, about what we're trying to do, like with the city thing. Like collision like this, where you're dealing with true randomness, is a lot harder. That's so cool. Wow, that's awesome. I love that.
Is there a way to inverse the weight paint? Because if you can draw a city map with the streets, you can basically isolate the areas where the buildings are, and it would be a lot easier to make a city, in Andrew's case, if you were to the areas where the weights are.
That's a good question. I am not entirely sure, other than like bringing this bad boy up to like 100 and then switching your brush to subtract. And so now I can remove it. I'm sure there's like an easier way to do it, but that's the way that I know.
Is there a way to like randomize the size of the trees so that they're
There
not
it is. Yeah,
all
let
the
me show
same
you.
size?
So under, oh geez, where is it? Render? Yeah, okay. So under render, there is scale. So we can scale all the trees up, but that's, you know, neat, I guess. What you want is scale randomness. So now some trees are small, some trees are big, and they're all different sizes.
Yay.
Wild.
Cool, thanks.
That's great. That's funny. This is the stuff that I've actually been in the middle of figuring out for this other animation project. So this is good. Now, I'll be doubly motivated to get this posted.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Super cool, Miles.
Glad I could share it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's extremely useful.
Now you can all have like the same building, but then it's not the same because you can just have the scale a bunch of different times or whatever.
I know it's theoretically possible to have multiple vertex groups so that you can have like one assigned to buildings and one assigned to like churches and that and that. I have yet to figure that out though.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be working on that grid thing too. I mean, cause I think there is a way to like, because particles, the whole thing is you're trying to create random distributions. But I think because computers don't like random distributions at first, they like to have things nice and orderly. It's a grid is kind of more the native language of this stuff. So I think there should be a way to get a really uniform result for like something like a city. That's kind of what I'm thinking about too. But I think this is really great. That painting thing is amazing. I mean, that you can
Yeah, the weight paint.
Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Because I am still bad, and sometimes if you enter it into weight paint, oh never mind, now it works. But earlier, if you were watching, I was trying to do it and it just wouldn't work. But yeah,
it could be janky, but that looks great. Dang, that's cool. That saved me some time. I'm gonna be working on that. Yeah, and that's another modular thing. So like that, just that tree that you did in like 2 minutes became this modular element that's really helpful, you know, really, and that might be all you need, you know, like you're done. So very cool. Yeah. You could use that for houses, you know, and then you could just reduce the density or something. And yeah, that's really cool. Especially with that weight painting thing. I mean, that's really amazing. Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Sweet.